Hey everyone, Tom here. Welcome to a special edition of Ringside Collectibles Figure Insider. Well, you've seen him on ECW spouting off about how he's the greatest in the world and can defeat anyone in the WWE. Vladimir Kozlov is a Russian wrecking machine. Today we're going to show you how to get that military Kozlov and the outfit that you've wanted since you first saw him show up that way. Our first how-to is a very simple customization, sometimes better known as a fix-up. You're going to need a couple things. If you're not old enough to be using tools, ask mom or dad to help you. Kids, I don't want to be responsible for you stabbing yourself. Here's what you should have handy: a towel or an old t-shirt, a small flathead screwdriver, and a pair of needle nose pliers. The most important tool is hot water. Turn your faucet on at a heated temperature, or if you like to conserve, you can heat it on the stove. But be careful. When I did that, I burned myself like an idiot. Now the figures. Obviously you're going to need a Kozlov. I used the Ruthless Aggression style Kozlov, but I don't see any reason a deluxe style figure wouldn't work just as well. What about the Russian military outfit? Look no further than Ringside's exclusive Rocky IV 2-pack, Apollo Creed vs. Ivan Drago. This was released during Jakks' run of Rocky figures. You'll need the Ivan Drago figure. Now that we have Kozlov, Drago, and Carl Weathers looking on in our experiments, we can get started. Let's do the easiest part first. Kozlov's figure has a fist in his right hand and a microphone hand on his left hand. Unless you don't like them, you'll keep these. Dip his hands in your hot water for about 25 to 30 seconds, and they should be loose enough to pop right off. Use the towel to hold them down tight, and so you don't stretch them out. Then do the same thing to the Drago figure. Once you're through with that, plug the hands that you want into the Russian military outfit. Now it gets a little more complicated. Run the water over Kozlov's head, but hold it long enough where you can easily pull the pin out of his head. It usually takes about 30 to 45 seconds, sometimes a little longer. When it's ready, pop the head right off, then pull the pin out of the head with the pliers. Now do the same thing with Drago. When you pull his pin out, set it aside and use it for Kozlov. Otherwise, his head will be loose and shaky. We don't want that, do we? Before the pins get too cool, dry them off and put Drago's pin in Kozlov's head. Then just pop the head onto the Russian uniform. It should fit firmly and turn without shaking. Fists in the air, you should have your completed Red Army Kozlov. His favorite things are puppies, games, and spouting off Russian steam at the top of the entrance ramp. Check out Ringside Collectibles at WrestlingFigures.com to put this together and for the largest selection of wrestling figures on the internet.